So we built this thing. It's a Da Vinci Catapult, and it uses the bend of these two pieces here to store energy, and that is in fact a spring. Now we've made this out of PLA, and of course what Da Vinci envisaged was wood. And wood is an awful lot better when it's used like that because it has this ability to bend, and that bending is like a leaf spring, and it stores the energy which we then release by removing this pole to allow the ratchet to freely spin. And it's very effective. It's a very cool spring design given the fact that it was done in the 1500s. But of course this kind of spring has a much older history. I mean, the Romans used things like twisted rope and twisted sinew to great effect in their artillery to produce machines that could fire loads hundreds of feet. It was devastating, but it's still quite an old technology. And I was pondering this spring idea. If we were to replace this with metal, of course, we get a much better spring. But would there be a way of creating a spring that has no actual contact? Because these have a one big downfall, and that is that constant bending and unbending, of course, puts stress on them, and eventually they break. And if a Roman artillery piece broke, it was devastating. If we can do something where we don't have that, then of course we have something that won't be subject to failure. So I had to look around for something that behaves just like a spring but has no contact, and of course we all know of that, and that's these things. These are magnets. Magnets behave just like a spring, but they have two aspects to them. One is attraction, where we face unlike poles and they will pull each other together. And the other is repulsion, where we face like poles, and of course as we force them together, they want to force themselves apart. And either of those is spring-like behaviour. Now I thought it would be more convenient if we forced them together and had them push apart, than if we had them attracting together and had to pull them apart. But either option is good. I just figured that pushing them would be a way of being able to actually do it and then store that energy and release that energy. So what we really need is some kind of structure that we can hold these in registration to each other, allow us to push it together, hold it, and then release it. So of course I turned to Tinkercad and I drew up this. It's a very simple thing. Once I've printed it, of course, this is what I get. And you can think of this as a way of storing energy. So you could also think of it as being a battery. Now, one magnet goes in there, the other magnet goes in there. We slide it in, push this magnet in so that the two like poles are facing each other. And when we've done that, we can slot that in, and of course, it bounces up and down. Now if we take this gear and pop the gear in there and make sure it engages, there we go, put the pin in the centre and glue it in place, we have effectively a magnetic battery. Now we've created our magnetic battery, and I mean I'm using this in the broadest sense of the word really. I suppose you could also call it a magnetic spring. Whatever it is, it's an energy store, and now we've created our energy store, of course we want to find a use for it. And I've been working on this catapult, so I thought I would make it so that it could work the catapult. And to do that, I added this bar at the bottom of this thing and made it big enough so that it could go through the centre here, and the driving cog goes onto the actual centre driving bar. So this, of course, we made in a previous video, which you can refer to for how we made it, but this gets removed and that gets put in its place. So there it is, all finished. Of course, that gear is glued to this drum. There's a couple of holes in the gear to help you to do that, because that gear engages with this rack, and that's how how the thing works. To set it, of course, we just wind that back, and now the pole is interfering with the ratchet, holding that energy, storing that energy, and to fire it, previously, of course, that energy was stored in these two leaf springs. So instead of using the leaf springs, which were here and I've just pulled out, we've got our two magnets here facing opposite. So when we push those together, of course, what we're effectively doing is treating it like a spring, and that stores energy. And because we're storing that energy, what we get, if you like, is a magnet battery or a magnet-driven catapult. Either way, we're using the nature of the magnets to drive this, because magnets can be seen as springs. We are putting the energy in, storing it, releasing it. The nature of the magnet acting like a spring is what actually drives the whole thing. Anyway, I hope you found it fascinating. Thank you very much for watching, and please do remember to like and subscribe.